Prototech weapons in Space Engineers. Sounds cool, right? The Contact update released yesterday and it introduced all the new Prototech blocks, including the jump drive, the thruster, and of course the global encounters which we encounter in space, and that's how you get access to Prototech blocks. One thing I thought was missing from the update was weapons for Prototech. This is meant to be an end game sort of block set, and I feel like we're missing weapons. I feel like we could have included a turret or two, sort of like, not so it's super OP, but something that's a bit more, you know, better than the default guns we have. Yes, we did have new Gatling and turret skins sort of installed in the Space Engineers. They are just reskins of the actual vanilla weapons, the Gatling gun and the missile turret, even including their own sounds again, or using the same sounds, which is a bit boring in my mind. They look great, but I kind of wanted a bit more difference in variety. Today I'm actually checking a brand new mod which appeared on the Steam Workshop yesterday. This is called Prototech Plus. It's a core mod and plans to expand the Prototech offerings we find in Space Engineers. It's made by 50 Cow and they've introduced two new turrets, which sort of are endgame turrets I guess, and fit into the Prototech aesthetic we see in the Contact update. Let's take a look. As a quick heads up while you're watching this video, my brand new Space Engineers modded PC only server is now online. Click the Discord link there, come join us and join the fun today. If you're a console player, so Xbox or PlayStation, don't worry, my console Space Engineers server is coming online very shortly. So still do join the Discord server, you'll get more news if you claim the Engineers console rank. See you in game. So I'm in game. First up, we've got this main turret here. Now, this is the SMWS plasma turret. As you can see here, it looks really, really cool. And honestly, 50 Cow has done a fantastic job because it almost looks like it fits straight in with the aesthetic of Space Engineers as I fall off a platform there. I'll chuck some B-roll shots on the screen right now so you can take a look. Essentially, this is a plasma turret. It's got a 2-kilometer range and it is balanced with vanilla turrets as well. It's a modular weapon system and it contains a plasma accelerator, which is powerful but expensive. So if we just go up to a minute and get a grinder, and we can take a look what components actually are used on this. So here we go. It doesn't use any of the Prototech components just yet, so keep that in mind. It may eventually need to use them. I'm not sure. This mod is still a heavy work in progress, but I feel like it has a lot of potential. So it's got 120 steel plates, 50 construction components, 75 superconductors, which are expensive, motors, computers, metal grids, and stuff like that. So it's quite an expensive turret, but obviously if you're at the end game of Space Engineers, you probably have access to all those resources anyway. Let's give it a quick demonstration fire. So if I press number 2, I'm now in control of it. You see our big turret, which we'll look at that one in a second. I'm over there. I did have a grid round here, didn't I? There we go. Let's aim at my fighter. Oh, that actually sawed it off. The whole wing's gone. Oh no, and I've crashed into my thing as well. That's not good. What do we take about? So it takes a while to reload this turret. Let's just go for a shot again. Oh, that's gone. Yeah, so it can disable small grids pretty quickly. I will say it moves around like quite slow, so I'm not sure if you'd be able to like target small grids that effectively. This definitely feels like more of a capital ship gun essentially. So yeah, you're going to be wanting to have a go at that. Let's spawn in another grid and we'll see if we can blow some holes on it. As always, when testing weapons in Space Engineers, I spawn in Mr. Venom's grids and we fire at those. So I've spawned in the XR, which is sort of like a battle cruiser. So it's quite big. You can see there's the door on it. Let's take a shot and see how much damage we can do. Let's just aim straight at the bow section. Again, this is a plasma turret, so 1, 2. Oh, that did a lot of damage, didn't it? Let's go take a look. So that just definitely went through a lot of light armor. I'm not sure how much heavy armor Venom used in the design of this one, but we penetrated through at least 2 blocks here and almost took out one of the conveyor lines, which fell around the ship. So yeah, a lot going on there. Let's give it another shot and we can see what happens. So we should be reloaded now, and we'll fire towards the engine there. There's 2 shots per round. And we just disabled 2 main engines there. So this thing is definitely quite high powered. It is a plasma gun essentially. It is balanced with vanilla. Now obviously we are just testing this in a standard, you know, no moving sort of battle sequence. If you were to like be flying around, I expect you'll be able to dodge these shots as they are sort of quite slow moving. So we'll go for another one once it's recharged and we'll take a look. We'll then take a look at the next turret, which is the heavy artillery turret. So we just do this. They are quite like fast through space, so yeah, that's just something to keep into consideration. Let's look at the artillery turret. So we'll go for a weapons test immediately, and then we'll look at the model itself. Let's just fire straight into the airlock. Boom. Whoops. That seemed to take out the entire airlock structure and go straight through it. So this one definitely hits a lot harder as we've gone through the whole thing. Yeah, that's going to dent you quite severely. Let's go again. I want to fire it again. It's already reloaded. Cool. Let's fire up the bow. I do love the animation. Oh, let's see the damage we did that time. So we fired it about. My camera's the wrong way around. Where did we hit? I think we went through the same section, didn't we? So we went over here. Damage one of the main two main reactors, actually. So this weapon appears to have an area of effect damage as well. I think we damaged one of... Yeah, we took out one of the front engines here, I think, as well. That's quite deadly. Yeah, that's that's quite a lot of firepower in this one. Let's give it another shot. Let's go towards the engines there. Let's probably destroy them now. I think we destroyed the other side. Yes, we blew out one of the engines here completely and severed one of the main conveyor lines. So these are definitely some good end game sort of blocks we've got going on here. And I definitely want to use more of them, essentially, as they're really nice. Now, currently this mod is not weapon core compatible, so if you are looking to use it on weapon core servers and such, or in games, it's not currently. 50cal said they might do it, but, you know, no confirmation just yet. So the heavy artillery turret, that's our gun right now. There's a 3-kilometer range on it. It is balanced with vanilla. The heavy artillery turret is a large caliber weapon system that can blow holes through large warships. Obviously, we are testing against a light armor ship. Keep that in mind. I don't have a heavy armor one to hand right now, but you know, you can use your imagination for that. Still, it is a very, very nice looking turret, and also that sound. It takes a while to reload as well, so you're relatively fine. You're not going to get pummeled by these guns immediately. I kind of see the sort of artillery turret as like a main weapon on like the underside of a ship or something like that, or sort of like planetary defense or like a space station defense. You'd have these guns sort of defending your ground installations or your asteroid bases, so if anything big comes by, it's going to get hit. I don't see these turrets having much of an effect towards fast fighters and such. Even a plasma turret which can rip fighters to bits in one, I sort of see it as like targeting heavy grids and such. Typically your big battleships like the XL are going to be heavily armored, so this will have a different effect on it essentially. Now 50k, the mod maker of these brand new turrets, is hoping to expand the Prototech Plus pack at some point. Currently it only has 2 new weapons, but many blocks and weapons are going to come down the line. I don't think this is using Prototech components either. No, it's not. Hopefully, because this is a Prototech Light Plus pack, that these guns do end up using Prototech components. I feel that'd be really, really nice, as they do sort of fit the vibe really well. I open the conversation to you guys. What type of weapons do you think should be included in Prototech? With sort of Keen making the whole thing of Prototech being endgame blocks, I kind of really wanted some new weapons, essentially. Not just the reskin Gatling turrets. Something new, something to shake up the sort of PvP environment. Yes, they can do it further down the line, but it should have been done with this update, I feel like, instead of having like Prototech Warfare, which, you know, could be the next update. I don't really know. I feel like something like these turrets could go down really well, because they're bigger and they just work. I think they're bigger, actually. This is a... Did we get the artillery turret? There you go. That's the size of the artillery turret here. Are you going to rotate? Come on. Space engineers. So it's roughly the same size, I guess. Like, the plasma one is just a bit more bulkier, but it does fit the style really well. Like, I love how 50cal is kept in line with what we got. The artillery turret looks amazing. It's made by Keen's fantastic art team. And then we've got the plasma one to the left here. And you can see it's almost like Keen just made this here. And I think this shows the potential of what modders can actually do in Space Engineers, as it is beautiful. And obviously the artillery turret over here is quite big as well. You can see the size difference there. And again, I really see this like an end game block. Players are not going to have access to this thing right away. And hopefully this mod pack updates to sort of reflect that. It uses the Prototech components and we get more things like this to play with. Let me know what you think of it down below in the comment section below. Should we have had Prototech weapons in the contact update? I know we're only like less than 24 hours out of it, or by the time you watch this video, just over 24 hours. Still, I feel like it was a missed opportunity not having weapons or something like that, or at least not even making the new Gatling and rocket turret actually have some new sounds. Do let me know what you think. If you're interested in joining a Space Engineers server, then join my Discord down below. It should be online when you're watching this video, and we definitely invite you to come and join it. I would love to include these weapons on the server as well. We will have to wait and see if they get weapon core compatibility, which would be fantastic. For now, I've been Captain Jack. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.